Have you ever scrolled through short videos and suddenly come across LGBTQ related content? Did you ever wonder, do these clips really change how we think about love, identity, and different sexual orientations? Behind all these trendy videos, there is a huge hidden question. How exactly are short videos silently changing our minds, our attitudes, and how we see on an entire monetary group? First, let's move on to the research background. In the current new media era, short video platforms, with their characteristics of low threshold, wide dimensionation, and strong interactivity, have completely changed the expression environment for marginalized groups. A 2021 article in journal New Media and Society said that the LGBTQ community, which has long been silent and lacked channels to speak out in mainstream society, can independently shape and spread their group image through short videos, break past information barriers, and gain public's attention and group resonance. And this communication model has provided a marginalized minority with a low-cost and far-reaching window for self-expression for the first time, and also created a rare breathing space for them in society, making group voices heard and seen, and gradually helping them build an online community and connect with mainstream society. At the same time, the traffic logic and commercial attributes of short videos have given rise to two distinct types of creators. The first category is authentic LGBTQ creators who share daily lives, express appeals, and convey the voices of the community based on their real sexual orientation. The second category could be fake LGBTQ content creators who deliberately create relevant personas to gain attention and ultimately profit through fan monetization and commercial cooperation. In 2019 article in the Journal of Media and Cultural Studies said that LGBTQ influencers can earn advertisements and brand ambassadorships when they meet three criteria: shaping online identities around coming out experiences, sharing same-sex relationship stories, and creating collaborative content with mainstream appeal. Regardless of the original intentions and identities of these two types of creators, two core outcomes have emerged. First, a large number of LGBTQ-related contents have been spread, promoting closer community bonds for the group in society and narrowing the distance with the mainstream public. Secondly, some creators have monetized minority identities through traffic. Based on this social background and communication phenomenon, the core research question of this study is what multiple dimensional real impacts do LGBTQ related short videos on platforms have on audience? First, let's look at the changes that short videos bring to audience cognition of sexual orientation. Before the popularity of short videos, the public held many misunderstandings about sexual orientation. Influenced by traditional concepts and lack of information, many people disregarded non-heterosexual orientations as mental illnesses, bad acquired behaviors, or even abnormal states violating common sense. However, Kay Sebler writes in Learning Queer Identity in the Digital Age that young LGBTQ teens learn about diverse sexual orientations and gender identities through short videos and use these digital platforms to explore, understand, and gradually accept their own sexual orientation. To better understand the phenomenon I've just discussed, I invited Kathy, who has intensively consumed LGBTQ content for 8 years since she was 14. She is a fan of anime, boy groups, and shipping culture between male characters, and also regularly follow LGBTQ influencers. I will now hand over to her for her sharing.
I want your body, everybody. Body wants your body.
The advent of these digital formats So I just before that, at the very beginning, I don't understand, and I just don't know there is a group in the world called LGBTQ. But after the short videos, I know, and maybe I just fall in love with some of the romantic relationships of some influencers of some uh, same-sex couples in the cartoon or in other works. Yeah. And now, maybe through these daily vlogs and stories about these same-sex or other sex couples, I see their relationships involve the same dynamics as any other, and they have the arguments over small things, support each other, just like the stereotypical um, stereotypical couples, man and woman. I just realized that they are the same person as ourselves. And what's more, have to I just come to try to try to understand what who am I, and I'm just thinking of whether I really love a man or a woman. So while now I'm still in my exploration time, and I will try my best to find the answer in my lifetime, in my rest lifetime.
Next is the second core dimension, the impact of short videos on audiences' attitudes towards accepting the LGBTQ community. Before the rise of short videos, mainstream society held mostly prejudice, discrimination, rejection, and resistance towards the LGBTQ community. The public's understanding of the group was very, very limited to one sided labels, lacking real cognition, so it was difficult to achieve equal acceptance. According to Accelerating Acceptance 2023 report from Gallup, the lack of visibility of non-binary and transgender people in media contributes to limited public understanding, which may further reinforce prejudice and social misunderstanding toward these communities. The daily and life-oriented communication of short videos has completely broken the situation. A 2020 article in Journal Communication Research said that previous media studies have consistently demonstrated that long-term and repeated exposure to positive, authentic LGBTQ media characters and representations can effectively reduce prejudice towards sexual minority groups and significantly improve public attitudes, acceptance, and social perceptions of the LGBTQ community. Authentic LGBTQ creators no longer deliberately shape special images, but share their work, life, emotions, and social interactions, showing the same daily state as ordinary people, removing the labels of mysterious and weird from the public, letting audiences see the ordinariness and authenticity of the sexual minority group. A 2019 article in Journalism Math Communication Quarterly said that exposure to LGBTQ inclusive television significantly improves positive attitudes towards sexual minorities. Given this, short videos with more intensive and extensive exposure should exert an even stronger effect on promoting public acceptance of the LGBTQ community. Affected by such content, the attitudes of more and more audiences have undergone fundamental changes. From initial incomprehensive and rejection, they gradually recognize that same-sex emotions are normal emotional needs, and that sexual minorities deserve equal rights to survive, socialize, and live. The overall tolerance and acceptance of society have been greatly improved. At the same time, we must also notice that an important perspective is really overlooked. Short videos have also led to the polarization of audience attitudes, For open-minded audience, short videos further strengthen their inclusiveness, while for those conservative audiences with deep-rooted traditional ideas, frequent exposure to LGBTQ content will instead intensify their resistance.
I think this thing caused a little some bad repercussions, like the straight people, especially the straight men. They have generated the bias against the gay, the bias against LGBTQ group, and they just show their hostility against these guys online, like the cyberbully or the word bully. They show their heteronormativity in the cyberspace.
Finally, the third dimension, the reshaping of the audience's perception of the LGBTQ community's image by short video. In the past, the public's perception of the LGBTQ community was single, distorted, and negative, bound by various one-sided labels full of prejudice and misunderstanding. The emergence of the short videos has made the group image three-dimensional, diverse, and authentic. Content from authentic creators restore the original appearance of sexual minorities as ordinary citizens who have their own dreams, lives, and troubles, and strive to live in society like everyone else. It completely breaks the old stereotypes, making audiences understand LGBTQ community only differs in sexual orientation, and they are no difference from ordinary people otherwise. Meanwhile, the traffic-orientated content from fake LGBTQ creators has brought negative impacts on the perception of the group image. To gain attention,
First, maybe on the positive side, this content strives to depict LGBT individuals as normal and even more attractive, charming, and aspirational. And they are trying to portray some romantic relationships between each other, like these same-sex, like the gay couples support each other to strive for their livings and other things like that. But however, these portrayal can sometimes become highly deliberately curated or idealized. These videos are, to some extent, they are not real. They are not the reality. They are just designed to cater to the curiosity of some heterosexual audiences. In some video clips, you'll find that one of the men just act like a stereotypical woman with some feminine traits that society think a woman need to have, like the long beautiful hair, the blondie hair, right, and very beautiful makeup and other things like that. I don't think it can show the genuine gay.
Such creators deliberately exaggerate and entertain their personals, creating a one-sided and fake group image, misleading some audiences into believing that the performative images in short videos are the real look of the LGBTQ community, forming new stereotypes. More notably, the online visual image shaped by short videos is somewhat disconnected from the actual living conditions of the LGBTQ community offline. Some audiences only see the relaxed and glamorous side online without understanding the real dilemmas faced by the group offline, leading to the deviations between image perception and reality. In addition to the three core dimensions, two deep-seated impacts deserve our attention. First, the commercialization of short videos has reduced minority identity to a traffic tool, weakening the seriousness of group expression to a certain extent. Second, short videos have built a community platform for authentic sexual minorities, allowing them to find a sense of belonging and achieve mutual support within the group. These all directly affect audiences' overall connection of the community. To conclude, short video content about the LGBTQ community impose comprehensive influences on audiences in three key aspects. It affects viewers' own connection and judgment of sexual orientation, shapes their attitudes and views toward real-life LGBTQ groups in society, and further reshapes the public's overall perception and stereotyped image of the community. While authentic content helps eliminate prejudice and promote understanding, performative and market-oriented videos reinforce fixed stereotypes and separate online virtual images from the real offline lives of LGBTQ individuals, making short videos a double-edged sword in public cognition.
Deixa a timidez de lado, puxa amigo e vem dançar. Mostra tudo que cê sabe, o Guga vai.